Here in Khartoum, the fighting may have abated, but not the hunger.
أطفال صغار باكلوا بس في أكل الحمير ديل 5 دقايق كده بس اليوم الأول اليوم الثاني حتلقاهم مات بس يعتقد.
Their lives have been upended by the war. So you saw your own house being looted?
Yes, for 10 months. It's such a very heavy feeling.
Go back, go from here, no go from here. If you talk with him, he say, what I can do? Situation is not good.
The symbols of the state have been obliterated. So the answer is not a peace deal, the answer is to keep fighting.
If the militia didn't stop, how you can stop and let the Sudanese people suffer? It's difficult.
Here in Khartoum, the fighting may have abated, but not the hunger. The local soup kitchen has been a lifeline for the people of Eid Hussein since the war began 2.5 years ago. It's part of a countrywide volunteer network called the Emergency Response Rooms. In this centre, they feed 1,600 families every day. Pretty much everyone in this neighbourhood is dependent on the food kitchen. Their lives have been upended by the war. Their children are hungry. But none have suffered more than the women who have trekked across the country from Al Fasher in Darfur. At least they have each other. The Rapid Support Forces, the paramilitary group besieging Al Fasher, terrorized them as they fled. And they think constantly of the husbands and other relatives who couldn't get out.
احنا في الفاشل الفضل باقية ديل بالأكل وبالدواء ديل بس هسي ميتين جوعا بس تلقى الواحد من صحته كانت ما شاء الله هسي بقى ضعيف نهاية كده بسوء التغذية أطفال صغار باكلوا بس في أكل الحمير ديل 5 دقايق كده بس اليوم الأول اليوم الثاني حتلقاهم مات بس يعتقد.
The women, all from one family, are living in a nearby compound. On the 15-day-long journey, RSF fighters tried to force them to hand over their little boys. Somehow they resisted, despite beating and racist humiliation.
أثناء ما جايين في الشارع لقيناهم أنا كأم أنا خضرة ما في زول بسمع كلام نقول لهم أولادي ليل والله أنا ممرقان من الجو ومن الظرف الحرب ومن شنو تقول لي أسكت أنت الأبدة أنت أسكت الشينة أنت أسكت كده.
Romana had already lost one son, an older brother to the little ones. 10-year-old Amjad, killed by shelling just before they left Al Fasher, one of the uncounted children of Sudan, who no one is coming to rescue.
ونحن خشينا الخندق وطلع مشى الحمام هو التدوين ده الداني ده وقعد جنب الباب طلع منه الرايش وهو شرطه.
They're safe now, but still living in a landscape marked by war. The RSF looted tens of thousands of vehicles in Khartoum and dumped them before government forces prevailed in March. A few meters down the road, the residents have dug a hole to reach a water pipe. People are still recovering from what they went through when the armed men of the RSF were here.
When we go to start bringing foods, we said, go back, go from here, no go from here. If you talk with him, he say, what I can do? Situation is not good. The people need the water coming inside the home and the electric, because very all the people very tired about water and the electric. We have 2 years no electric. 1 year there is no water.
The electricity distribution company. Most power generation was sabotaged by the RSF or destroyed in fighting. The symbols of the state have been obliterated. The Humanitarian Aid Commission, the Telecoms Tower and the Nile Petroleum Building. 6 months after retaking the capital, the Sudan Armed Forces think they're winning, so are reluctant to negotiate a ceasefire.
This is according to the responsibility of the Sudanese government to protect the Sudanese inside Sudan.
Mm-hmm. So the answer is not a peace deal, the answer is to keep fighting.
If the militia didn't stop, how you can stop and let the Sudanese people suffer?
So if they don't stop, you can't stop.
It's difficult.
This used to be one of the safest places that we used to establish to support newcomers to civil society or like revolutionaries.
Dua Tariq is an artist and leading member of civil society, part of a new Sudanese generation that rebelled against the then government back in 2019.
But we were taking our times, but it never finished because it was cut by the coup.
Yeah,
and then it was
2021.
2021, and then we did some work to it in 2022, and it was also cut by the war, so it's remained unfinished.
She shows me the books they recently salvaged from a library that they had founded.
So the RSF don't loot books?
They don't. They don't loot books. They don't loot artwork.
They did, however, loot the house when she was sheltering in a nearby apartment.
I was seeing RSF soldiers taking over my house, occupying my house. They were staying here for a few nights. And then I saw a lot of thieves coming in and out, taking our personal stuff, our belongings, the furniture and stuff. So I had to watch it from that balcony for 10 months.
So you saw your own house being looted?
Yes, for 10 months. Yeah, so it was very, I feel like it's not about like the material value of the stuff, but you see your memories and you see like a lot of stuff that being stripped away. It's such a very heavy feeling. And
so she went out and with others started projects to help keep people going during the war and assert a non-violent alternative.
By supporting life, supporting peace, supporting non-violence, it kind of like makes you feel like this is wrong, I'm going to fight it, not by being angry or like joining either parties, but by rejecting this idea from the beginning.
If there's hope for Sudan, it surely lies in the volunteers running the soup kitchens and medical centres who stepped up as the international community flailed and who continue to defy both the regional countries fueling the conflict and the armed factions fighting for power.